W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
Even more pressure on Iran. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. As the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports continues, a new source of economic pain on the way.
The Iranians should know that this is going to be the financial equivalent of what we saw in the kinetic activities.
The U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says financial pressure can include freezing more funds on Iran's leadership and Revolutionary Guard, along with possible secondary sanctions for companies that deal with Iran. Senior Pakistani officials arriving in Iran as part of an effort to restart peace talks after no deal was reached in talks last weekend.
We remain very much engaged in these negotiations, in these talks. You heard from the vice president directly and the president this week that these conversations are productive and ongoing, and that's where we are right now.
But White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt denies reports about the U.S. requesting an extension of a 2-week ceasefire that expires next week. Several House Democrats introduced articles of impeachment against the Pentagon chief.
The impeachment resolution against Secretary of War Pete Hegseth is authored by Arizona Democratic Congresswoman Yasamin Ansari, an Iranian American, and co-sponsored by 8 other Democrats. The resolution says Hegseth violated his oath of office by overseeing an unauthorized war against Iran, accuses him of war crimes, and of breaking the rules of armed conflict. The Pentagon has stated that unlike the Iranians, the U.S. military does not target civilians. But the resolution mentions Hegseth's use of the Signal app to discuss a strike on the Houthis in Yemen last year and accused him of obstructing congressional oversight.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal, a Pentagon spokeswoman, calls this a Democrat attempt to make headlines and says Hegseth will continue to protect the homeland and project peace through strength. Meantime, another Democrat-led war powers resolution has just failed again in the U.S. Senate. It would have required the U.S. to withdraw forces from the conflict until Congress authorizes further action. America is listening to Fox News.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to face them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring hope into everyday life. Whether you're searching for encouragement, biblical wisdom, or practical guidance, intouch.org is here to help you grow closer to God. Discover truth that speaks to your heart. Visit intouch.org today. That's intouch.org. Thanks.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. Pete Davis will be back. He's in the mountains of Macon. He's got this nurse. I don't think he wants to leave the nurse, but that's... Hey, we got Flounder. We got Jeff. We got David helping out. It's incredible. And we got you. We got your hump dayers. How's it going? It's only me. Flounder, Jeff, Pete. Be back. David, everybody got their cookie today? We got
everyone's happy.
And by the way, am I being an idiot, or is that? Do you actually like those things, you guys? I mean,
I call them baked crack. They're that good.
Baked what?
Crack.
Oh, crap. There's a crap.
No.
Anyway, now I don't know who's speaking. You keep the freak. You freaking Flounder. You got now they're in the dark in there in your studio because that's where you keep it in there. I have no idea if there's anybody. I see a little white light in the back.
I can see Jeff. I can see both of them.
I can't see either one. I see like a reflection of you in your area.
Yeah, I see both of them. Clear as day.
Oh, goody. Anyway, it's we're here. It's hump day. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be close to 90, I guess, or certainly in the 80s. Beautiful, hot and sunny. Braves I think we have Braves one more game tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Against Miami.
Yep.
Big comeback last night.
And I saw part of it. It was nice to see them on TV. But again, listening on the radio, Ben and Joe and the whole boys of the team there, which is always exciting. And our friends down the hall at 680. Which is always nice. All right. Anyway, here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Man, we got, all of a sudden, we got an awful lot of Pope
Got a
news.
holy war cooking.
I mean, it's really unbelievable. And you know, if you're particularly spiritual or religious and you have a say on this, I'd love to hear it from you, because I don't know that I think this whole I don't know, maybe this is distracting from other things, but I don't really have a problem. Well, not being Catholic, although being an ordained minister. Oh, you didn't have to turn the lights on. That's all right, you guys. If you'd rather do it in the dark. They turn the lights on in there so I can see. Because Jeff's in the front, Davidson, you got 2 mics and 2 stands in there. And now I know that they're actually people. So I know if someone's talking, I can. Anyway, sorry. I mean, hey, you know, it's me. It's all I got. Okay, this is it. This is my thing. So this is all I got. Anyway, I don't know why this is such a big thing. And you know, the Pope. And frankly, what's a Pope supposed to say? I hope we need to stop the fighting for the love of the, you know. Well, of course, the Pope's not going to get, you know. These days, at least. Now, you know, a couple of thousand years ago, popes ran freaking brothels, okay? Popes had mistresses. You know, I mean, we've seen the Borgias and all the, you know, we've seen the TV series over the years. I mean, the popes over the years, you know, they had murderers. They had the assassin priests working for them. I mean, come on, you give me a break here. These days, the popes in modern world history,
times.
Yeah, actual civilization are obviously a lot different. But they're not going to get that political. You know, and people running a war are going to say, yeah, what about all the people who are dying? Don't care about them too? Anyway, it's all they're making it up. It shouldn't be a thing. Anyway, no, we got a lot about it. You say,
so
Alan?
Firebird61 says, didn't like Francis, don't like Leo, John Paul II and Benedict were the epitome of cool.
Yeah, you know, John Paul II, you know, he was pretty cool.
All right, we got Alan on line 1 who wants to comment on this, too.
Alan, nice to have you aboard. Welcome,
Alan,
sir.
Alan.
Happy hump day. What do you think? What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, how are you this fine Wednesday?
Well, we're doing very well over here, sir, on the right side of the grass. What's going on? What do you think?
Just listen, when I tee off, I want to make sure you're underneath me.
Yeah. Talk about playing golf while I'm here in the studio. Thanks a lot.
Seriously.
Yes.
Just like in families, religion and politics do not go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Period.
I know.
He should stick to his religion and just leave it alone. Pay attention to the religion.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, and in fact, we're going to keep listening if you had are you teeing off soon? Have you got a couple of minutes? Because we're
We got a few minutes. I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, in fact, I'll do this real quick then while you can hear it. This just came in on X or Twitter from a guy named the Dem Slayer, and he's got two things. The Vatican deliberately chose Robert Prevost, this guy Leo, to be the Pope instead of a black cardinal named Cardinal Sarah because they want an American leftist. Here's what it says. They oppose Donald Trump. They label Christian Zionism as a heresy and foment more hatred and distrust toward Israel. Prepare Catholics to embrace the Islamic beast and false prophet. The Vatican rejected a black conservative for Pope, this guy Pope Sarah, because they needed a communist, Islam-loving liberal. Here's what Sarah said. Cardinal Sarah, the black cardinal, said, "Wake up. Islam is a danger. Christians better start caring about our faith or Islam will take over the West. They'll impose their laws and culture." Here's the response quote from Pope Leo. "We should perhaps be a little less fearful of Islam." Pope Leo, quote, "We should be less fearful of Islam."
Well, to your point, the West is already being infiltrated with people that want to change our culture.
I know. I think the Dems got away with it. They got away with it. I mean, they're here and things are changing, and it's because they opened the borders and let them all come in. And we're so woke, we're afraid to say anything. Anyway.
Well, just remember this, Kimmer.
Yeah.
Hit them straight.
Yeah.
Not for distance.
Yeah, very funny. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Have a great round. I hope you shoot 4 under. And make every putt, every 5-footer. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Was that Adam? What did we say? Adam? Yeah, it was Adam, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Alan. That was Alan.
Alan, I'm sorry. It was Alan. That's right. Yeah, please, don't let me, because I got this whole head thing going here. Anyway, 3009. And by the way, Screw Tax Day, we're celebrating we got more reefer today. I didn't get squat. I got screwed, okay? How about that? I got screwed. I don't make enough money to owe as much money as I owe. Anyway, tax breaks, my God. I don't know why I'm even paying taxes. What are they going to do? Send me back to Vietnam? I mean, at some point, they'll never even catch me. I'll probably die before they actually find out, hey, that Peterson guy stopped paying taxes 6 years ago or something, Anyway.
C3 tweets, Happy Tax Day. There are 193 countries in the world, and Congress sends 177 of them U.S. taxpayer dollars.
Yeah. And by the way, California is now trying to stop the elimination of NGOs getting tax money. I mean, again, NGOs are the things. And by the way, what happened to Doge? Doge. I mean, Doge should be in every single state, and every single federal department should have guys hired to go find the fraud. I mean, seriously, I think that'd be the first thing I'd do if I was running for president or governor, for that matter.
Yeah, governor, because at the end of the day, I guess the state would have to take over control of that.
Have a Doge guy in charge of these NGO rip-off fraud companies and organizations.
Wild Bill's on the horn.
Wild Bill, you're on the radio, man. How's it going? Welcome aboard for your hump day, sir. What's up?
Hump day.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, do you know what Michael Jackson likes about 28-year-olds?
Do I know what Michael Jackson wants? What now?
Likes about 28-year-olds.
What he likes about 28-year-olds? I don't know. What does Michael Jackson like about 28-year-olds?
The fact that there's 20 of them.
There's 20. Oh, there's 20. Yeah. Oh, it's like a numbers game. In other words, there are 20. Thank you. Oh, golly.
Thanks for the call.
Oh, I appreciate it. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Let the professionals tell the jokes, sir.
We have something called Flounders funnies.
3 times an hour, sir.
And we got tweets. In fact, there's one from the Babylon Bee I just saw a minute ago, and I'll be passing along about Tucker Carlson and talking about guys who have turned and gone really bizarre. Tucker Carlson now claims that Muslims love Jesus so much that they're helping his followers meet him. Tucker Carlson, my God. Anyway, our number 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I got 2 weird stories here that I want to start with, and then we'll do that. We got a lot of Pope stuff here, which we'll get to in some sound bites and everything else. This is, if you haven't seen the picture of the mugshot, you ought to look for it. Baby Jessica. You might remember the story if you're of a certain age. Baby Jessica, when she was 18 months old, and was trapped in a well. She was wandered off in her backyard of her aunt's home, climbed into an 8-inch wide pipe, and fell 22 feet down, 8 inches wide. They had to drill a tunnel nearby. It took like a day and a half. They finally got her. It was an incredible rescue. The world was watching. It was all on TV. It was an incredible story. She lost a toe to gangrene. She had a dozen surgeries. Again, she was 18 months old when it happened. Well, now baby Jessica has been arrested, and her mugshots all over the place. She fell in the well in 1987. Now she's 40 years old, and she's married, and now she's actually a grandmother. And she said she'd been arrested in Midland, Texas. She said she and her husband got into a fight, a heated verbal argument. She scratched him when he tried to shove her away. Another witness said somebody told her and her husband to stop fighting in front of a child in the room. Her husband said, blank that, and then she grabbed him by the throat. He shoved. Anyway, baby Jessica, now 40 years old, has been arrested, charged with assault, bodily harm in front of a kid, family violence. And her mugshot, she's had a hard life there since then, I guess, probably. Whoa, wow. Anyway, baby Jessica in jail, or I guess she's been released, but family violence. And how in the world could what I'm about to tell you in a few minutes happen on an airliner? But it did, apparently. We'll get to the Pope thing, too, and all the talk about that. And more, you'll hear the Navy's warning sound to boats trying to go through the Strait of Hormuz. We got all that stuff. Flounders, funnies. We'll do some tweets. We'll do a little sports, although they're telling me they wish Juan Pete would come back sooner.
He'll be back soon, folks. Not to worry.
He's coming. He's fine. He's doing better. 3:14, Kimmer, Pete, David, and Jeff on 106.3 Hump Day, Go Braves. Here we go. We'll be back. Look out.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boyce, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Well, talk about planting season. Hey, you landscapers need wholesale landscaping supplies. That means Stovall & Company. 11 locations, Paul and the boys. On-site delivery. Sure, if you need it right now, it's probably already. Just look out the window. I bet it's pulling in the driveway. They specialize in, of course, everything you need with the plants and trees and shrubs and seed and sod and all that stuff, and sprinkler systems, irrigation. And don't forget putting in an outdoor fireplace or a kitchen by the pool or something like that. They can take care of things that help you with that, too. And again, I love to tell you about this. It's true. If you need something special and they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to get it. What a company. StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. For over 70 years, Howard Brothers has been helping Georgia get the job done right. From outdoor power equipment and hardware to parts and service, they've got the brands you trust and the people who know their stuff. If you're a homeowner, a pro, or just someone who loves a good project, Howard Brothers is your local partner for quality, honesty, and experience. With locations across North Georgia, stop by today or visit howardbrothers.com and see why the grass is always greener with Howard Brothers.
Hey, Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How do you know when you're in love?
Well, can't stop thinking about them. Your heart races sometimes, and you just want to be with them every moment of the day.
Dad, I think I'm in love then.
Got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember my first Subaru, too.
There are so many reasons to love a new Subaru. From Subaru of Gwinnett, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive on most models, top-rated gas mileage, and technology and safety that will give you the warm and fuzzies. Like the Subaru Crosstrek, with 182 horsepower and up to 120 cubic feet of interior space. Or the Subaru Outback, built to take you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Add in their amazing staff and incredible service department, and you'll understand why love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. But the only way to know it's the one is to come in for a test drive. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
Don't miss division rivals, the Philadelphia Phillies at Truist Park, April 24th through the 26th. The fun starts Friday with the Star Wars ticket package and theme night. Then Saturday, the Braves honor longtime manager Brian Snicker with a pregame on-field ceremony as he's inducted into the Braves Hall of Fame. The weekend concludes on Sunday when the first 3,000 kids get a mini Michael Harris II bobblehead. Visit Braves.com/promos for all the details and to purchase tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-5795. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Oh, look out. There we go. And we got a little digital music update here for you. 106.3, it's only me, it's only the Kimmer. Pete Davis will be back. Flounders here. Jeff and David running the boards in there. And on this day in 2015, the world changed. And it should have been a warning to us all. And again, I'm just an old fart, and I saw it coming, and because I don't like it. On this day in 2015, digital music revenues matched physical sales for the first time. It happened the year before. They finally measured it thanks to strong growth in the streaming market. The digital market rose to $7 billion, 46% of all global music sales. CDs, vinyl, and other physical stuff, also 46% of the market. Pharrell Williams' Happy was the most downloaded single globally in 2014. And the most popular artist downloaded in 2014 was Taylor Swift. Anyway, and again, digital stuff. In fact, there was a story I almost found it to print out. It was kind of long. It was almost like a documentary. And it was it was an opinion piece of a guy reacting to the latest videos of robots going crazy.
Oh, robots?
And there's a robot, there's a picture of a school, and they were using a robot to help teach kids how to dance, and I think it was a teacher. I might get part of this wrong, but it was in front of like a school class thing, and the teacher was dancing with the robot, and the robot kicked the teacher in the nuts. And then started
on purpose?
Yeah, well, who knows? And then started flailing around. Every time we see examples of robots going nuts, remember when they're flailing on their harnesses, thank God, and their arms are swinging around and they're going nuts. And the point of the thing was, here it's robots, and they're made to do this by people. And as long as people are involved in it, something is in there that may not really work very well. And the guy's point was, as they get more intricate and more powerful. In fact, one of the stories in the robot thing was that they've now developed a way to make a robot so strong that the muscle tissue and AI can make the robot tissue in his muscles so strong that they can lift 4,000 times their weight. 4,000. So if they weigh 100 pounds, that's what, 4 million pounds? You want a robot that can lift, 25 cars or a building? I mean, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's scared to cry. The guy says, you have no idea what we're doing. I mean, the warning danger signs are out.
Danger, Will Robinson.
I know, but what the hell? Here we are. We're in it. All right, so I got distracted. Birthdays include singing time country superstar Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton's 48 years old today. And let's do a little history thing here. In fact, every year I do this when this happens, and Pete Davis hates it. He says, nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about this. Well, Pete's not here right now. He's recuperating, so I'm going to do it anyway. And I always mention this because I remember living through it. I covered this story. On this day, 1974, Patty Hearst. In fact, David, do you know who Patty Hearst is?
I've heard the name, yeah.
What are you, like 24? I forgot how old you are.
32.
32, fairly young. Now, Jeff, you've been around, you're probably a little older. You know Patty Hearst. I'm sorry, the name.
Yeah, I remember the story, too.
Okay. 1974, Patty Hearst, the heiress to the Hearst publishing fortune, also San Simeon, maybe they've heard of that famous place. Patty Hearst, part of the San Francisco bank robbery with the Symbionese Liberation Army, the SLA. They kidnapped her 2 months earlier, demanded the family deliver $70 worth of food to every needy person in California. That would have cost, they figured it out, it would have cost $400 million. Patty Hearst's father tried to donate $2 million worth of food to the Bay Area. It turned into a chaos nightmare. SLA refused to release Patty Hearst. She claimed she was raped and tortured, kept in a closet to coerce her into participating in crimes, a victim of the Stockholm Syndrome. They went to hostage bonds with the captors. And I believed it, by the way. I truly believed it. Here's an heiress. How tough did she grow up? She had a lot of school fights, did she, with, in the bad part of the neighborhood? I mean, this is, a coddled, woman with servants and stuff. I could see where, she may not be strong psychologically to be able to, anyway, I don't know who did. But anyway, the point is she was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Jimmy Carter gave her clemency after less than 2 years, and then Bill Clinton gave her a full pardon because she turned him on so much that he wanted to try to have sex with her.
Allegedly.
So, well, that was one explanation. I didn't say it was true. I just said, I want Bill Clinton to sue me. Hey, Bill Clinton, you lousy, dirty rapist. Remember, what was the name? Oh, God.
Juanita Broadwick.
Juanita Broadwick. How come you don't believe the women? Anyway, sorry. All right, I'm done. I'll be fine. I'm a little melancholy. I'm very melancholy. I got a lot of stories in here about relationships and stuff. And Sydney Sweeney's back in the news, which I think is great. And the girl with this Russini girl with Mike Vrabel, the photo. I mean, it's Katy Perry, more updates. And then we got all this stuff. First of all, and we're going to do the Pope thing, I promise you, very, very quickly. But first of all, I don't understand this story. And I think they wrote it properly, but see if you understand this at all. A 52-year-old passenger from India was on a flight. His name is Sudhir Kumar Shakwan or something. He was on what's called a Scoot Airlines flight from Singapore to Australia. And this 52-year-old passenger from India is accused of sexually assaulting a woman sitting next to him on the plane. Now, sexually assaulting, and that's what the words they use here, that could be, he grabbed her, but he tried to feel her up, or, he tried to kill. I mean, there's a lot of ways to be sexually assaulting a woman sitting next to you on a plane. However, here's what it says. He's accused of attacking the female passenger. The distraught woman quickly alerted the flight crew and was moved to a different seat. Airline staff then kept tabs on the man for the rest of the flight. After alerting authorities, the alleged perp was hauled off the flight when it landed, and he has since been charged with, quote, sexual intercourse without consent and multiple counts of indecency without consent. How the hell do you go all the way on an airplane and get away with? I mean, wait a minute. I don't.
Doesn't make much sense.
I swear to God, it says those two words. Without consent.
On an airplane.
And on an airliner. And the airline says, well, every passenger has the right to feel safe when traveling. Wait a minute. How the hell did that? I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. He's been held in custody. I don't mean to laugh. I mean, my God, they should have snapped his neck. How come nobody on the crew didn't grab him by the hair and say, excuse me, I'm going to have to put you in custody now? I don't know. I don't get any of this. Okay, 327. All right, let's do some Pope stuff. And again, I don't think this is a huge story, and I don't know what I guess it's a huge story. But here we go. I mentioned just a few minutes ago that Pope Leo is very soft on Islam affecting American culture. There was a Christian cardinal named Cardinal Sarah, a black Christian cardinal, a black cardinal, who was concerned about the impact of Islam on the world and in particular American culture, of Christianity in particular. If Christians don't start caring about our faith, Islam will take over the West. And Pope Leo says we should be a little less fearful of Islam. Okay?
Wrong.
That's point number one. Now, border czar Tom Homan. Pope Leo and Donald Trump are in kind of a thing, and Tom Homan's now getting involved in this. Tom Homan was talking to reporters at the White House. He said, I'm a lifelong Catholic, and I wish sometimes these religious leaders would stay the heck out of the issue of immigration, because the Pope has said everybody in a country has a right to, every country has a right to determine who and where people and when people enter. But when people are living good lives, have been there for many years, treating them in a way that's extremely disrespectful, and there's been violence. And so he's criticizing the way America's immigration policy has been handled, instead of staying out of it. Well, here's border czar Tom Homan with his reply to the Pope, if you will.
Look, I'm not going to speak for the president. I'm speaking for myself, a lifelong Catholic. I wish they stay out of immigration. They don't know what they're talking about. Because if they wore my shoes for 40 years and talked to a 9-year-old girl that got raped multiple times, or stood in the back of tractor trailer with 19 dead aliens at my feet, including a 5-year-old boy that baked to death, if they understood the atrocities that happen on the open border, I think their opinion would change. And I welcome discussion with any of them because they don't understand. Illegal immigration is not a victimless crime. Where President Trump had the most secure border in the lifetime of this nation right now, lives are being saved. He's saving thousands of lives a year because he has a secure border. Human traffickers are out of business, right? The cartels are going bankrupt because of that secure border. I wish they'd understand that, because if they did, I think they have a different opinion.
All right, let's do one more. Back to back. J.D. Vance was here in Georgia. By the way, you know, J.D. Vance was the University of Georgia, and Erica Kirk was not there because she was afraid of the death threat she got. How come she had death threats?
I don't know if that's true, because if J.D. Vance's security let him
how could
go
he
there,
be there? Yeah. Now,
obviously, there was the turnout wasn't as big as expected.
Oh, it was horrible. And did you see the crowd hating Donald Trump at UGA? And all those students, the haters.
And J.D. Vance still came, but it's a little disappointing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here's J.D. Vance's comment about this very thing between Donald Trump and the Pope, if you will. J.D. Vance, Sergio.
Even when there's disagreement, I like it when the Pope comments on questions of immigration. I like it when the Pope talks about abortion. I like it when the Pope talks about matters of war and peace, because I think that at the very least it invites a conversation. So I think some people, their reaction to this is to say, well, he shouldn't have said that. And look, there are certainly things that the Pope has said in the last few months that I disagree with. Let me just take like one very concrete example related to this conflict in Iran. So the Pope said something where he said, and I'm going to try to remember the exact quote, but he said that God is never on the side of those who wield the sword.
Yeah.
God is never on the side of those who wield the sword. I'm pretty sure that he said that exact statement. Now, on the one hand, again, I like that the Pope is an advocate for peace. I think that's certainly one of his roles. On the other hand, how can you say that God is never on the side of those who wield the sword? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated France from the Nazis? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated Holocaust camps and liberated those innocent people from, those who had survived the Holocaust? I certainly think the answer is yes, and I agree. Jesus Christ is not. I agree.
They started arguing with him, and it was really not a very happy turning point, USA. I mean, it wasn't like a few months ago, thousands of screaming happy people at UGA. It was kind of a bust. But again, the message was there. I'm kind of disappointed in the way UGA reacted to the Vice President of the United freaking States. I mean, seriously, I think it's disrespectful, and I've expected more out of the University of freaking Georgia. So there you go. All right, now you've heard them. Well, now we've settled everything. 3:32. All right, here we go. Stand by.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Looking for affordable family fun in Atlanta? April 24th through 26th, the Mitsubishi Electric Classic presented by Venture is the perfect day out. And kids 15 and under get in free with a ticketed adult. Watch golf legends compete at TBC Sugarloaf, enjoy great food, and experience fun for all ages. Make memories together while supporting local charities. Get your tickets today at MitsubishiElectricClassic.com. That's MitsubishiElectricClassic.com. April 24th through 26th at TBC Sugarloaf.
All right, I got a question for you. How much did you spend cooling your home last summer? Hey, it's only the Kimmer. How you doing? Because if you've got those same old windows, you're about to do it all over again. That's why I keep talking about my friend Jeff at Peach State Windows. I've known and worked with and trusted Jeff for years and years. He's been serving Georgia homeowners for like 5 decades. He knows what works when the heat cranks up, and here it comes. In Georgia, air conditioning is a major expense. Your old windows are a big reason why. They let the heat pour in and force your system to work even harder. Jeff's solution's a good one. Peach State Windows with heat reflective glass. It helps block that heat. Right now, 8 premium double hung Energy Star windows installed for just $39.95. 0% financing for 12 months. There's no reason to keep handing money to the power company. Go to peachstatewindows.com. Here's the number, 770-485-8011. Peach State Windows, keeping the cool air in. peachstatewindows.com.
Are you paying too much in taxes? Most people are, and they don't even realize it. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Every year, hardworking individuals and business owners send more money to the IRS than they legally have to. I hate to see it. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the tax code is complex. It's always changing, and it's full of opportunities most people never hear about. So here's the real question. Could you be paying less in taxes? With the right strategy, many people can. Through smarter planning, overlooked deductions, and better retirement and income decisions, you can win in retirement. That's why we're offering a complimentary tax analysis. No cost, no obligation, just a clear look at where you may be overpaying and what you can do about it. Stop guessing, get answers. Call Nicholas Wealth Management 678-990-8500, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Hey Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
It's spring break time and summer vacations are right around the corner. While you're thinking about fun in the sun, you should also be thinking about who's protecting your home while you're away. This is Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security, and we offer the latest in security and video surveillance technology to provide you with the peace of mind that comes from knowing your home is safe and secure. Starting service with Alert 360 is easy. Visit us at alert360atlanta.com, establish service in April, and get a free video camera. Protect what matters most. Alert360atlanta.com.
If you're looking for strength, capability, and reliability, it starts with Ford. And it starts at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs.
From the legendary F-150 to the adventure-ready Bronco to the versatile Explorer, Ford builds vehicles designed to handle real life.
And at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, you'll find a great selection in stock, competitive pricing, and a buying process that's fast, fair, and straightforward.
No pressure, no confusion, just a transparent experience focused on helping you find the right vehicle.
You can even get started from home. Shop online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, complete paperwork before you ever step into the showroom.
Or come in and work with a team that respects your time and get you on the road quickly. That's how buying a Ford should feel.
Get started at JimEllisFordSandySprings.com or stop by the Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs showroom, conveniently located at 7555 Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of I-285.
Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, where you can always expect the best.
As the conflict in Iran continues, you need more than just flashy headlines to make sense of it all. You need the most trusted conservative voices in Atlanta and across the nation to break down the latest developments and what they really mean for the American people. More than just headlines. It's the conversation you need when it matters most. From Extra 1063 and streaming across the South on the Extra 1063 app.
What we got now? Little Ramones here for you. There we go. This was the day in 2001, punk pioneer Joey Ramone, the singer of the Ramones. You can keep playing a little bit there, little Jeff, a little background. It's always good to talk over. If you feel like it, or maybe you didn't feel like it, okay, that's fine. Jeff can tell me to go screw myself. No, it's fine. Oh, it's over? Oh, my God.
It's one of the short ones. So.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought all this were the song. I thought you just actually got the song.
Well, there's some that are in the system that are only like a minute. They just use it like as a radio bumper.
I got you. No, see, that's how much I know about how this place runs. But anyway, I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to slander you with my comments. I already noticed they're keeping Bryce the hell away from me, too. I think that's a morning show's taking care of that problem.
Well, man. I mean, he produces the morning show. The last thing he wants to do is come in and produce an afternoon show.
Yes, I know. Yes, apparently.
And he likes the show. It's the timing.
No,
I wouldn't want to come in.
It's not a problem. 2001, Joey Ramone died. He lost his battle with lymphatic cancer. Sorry, we got the music going. That's not funny at all. Joey Ramone, and actual real name is Jeffrey Ross Hyman. He died at 49, lymphatic cancer. In 2001. 2 years later, a block of East 2nd Street in New York City was officially renamed Joey Ramone Place. And I don't know whether he lived there or recorded there or whatever, but obviously it meant something to him. And let's see, a little birthday list here for you today. Linda Perry is 61. You may not know the name. You know her songs. Linda Perry, 61. Her biggest hits, Four Non-Blondes, What's Up? Pink's Get the Party Started. And Christina Aguilera's Beautiful, all written by Linda Perry, who happens to be married to Sarah Gilbert. She's that girl from, was that Roseanne, I think? Roseanne show, Sarah Gilbert?
Yes, Roseanne.
Mistaken. And she's married to this girl, Linda Perry. So happy wedding to them or whatever. And now, let's see, I'll do a little history thing here for you. On this day in 1912, this was the actual day. It was 2:20 in the morning. The unsinkable RMS Titanic sinks. 1,517 of the 2,300 people aboard were killed. So about 700 lived. The Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic shortly before midnight on her maiden voyage from Southampton, Britain to New York City. Masabumi Hosano, the only Japanese passenger, survived. But he was ostracized for the rest of his life in Japan as dishonorable and a coward for not going down with the ship. Now, in the movie, one of those millionaire guys who gave Rose the necklace lived.
Weaseled out and
got on the boat. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. It says, but
that's the one where he's the one who, I guess the captain was hesitant to go because of the weather. And then that guy who...
I think so.
To the boat, kind of.
I believe that's true.
Manipulated him into going.
Yeah. That was a pretty interesting movie for sure. Anyway, the Titanic officially went down.
What happened?
Well, they all died. and Jeff, what's that guy? Not Jeff. What's that guy's? The little kid. She shoved him off the raft. He could have lived.
Jack.
Yeah, they could. Jack. He could have lived.
They could have. Yeah, there was plenty of room on that. There was plenty of room.
That was a lot of room, honey. You know, it's just you and your boobs. You know, maybe move over. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right. By the way, did you see it's Kimmer and Pete will be back. He's fine. They're recuperating. Flounders here, and Jeff and David are in the house. And did you see the video of President Crime Family Cadaver Auto Pen the other night at Syracuse University School of Law? It was cringeworthy. Last night, yesterday, Joe Biden is at the podium and he says, "Hey, Barack Obama, how you doing? I always wanted to turn around to one guy and say, 'Hey, Barack, how you doing?'" And it was he was referring to a guy named Jeffrey Scruggs, who's black and the chairman of the board of trustees at Syracuse University School of Law. Now, they said it was a joke. That Biden really did know that it wasn't Barack Hussein Obama, that he was saying, "Come on and take a bow." But they were joking about how he looks like Obama. And so Biden was saying, come on over here, come here, complete, just repeatedly demanding, "I feel he should be standing on the right of me, I should be standing on the left, like a president. Oh, doesn't he look like a Barack? Oh, as they say, you've done good, fella." That's what Biden said to the guy. I mean, this is humiliating. Fella. Yeah, you've been done good, fella. It's just freaking humiliating. I mean, seriously. I don't know why they're even bringing him out. I mean, when you think about the difference of we've talked about it before. Let's see, 3:43 on the clock. Pete will be back, and Flounders here, and Jeff and David. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us. 404-741-1230. Eric Swalwell's chief of staff. And by the way, there was a cartoon of Family Guy, I think, or what's the other one? Family Guy and
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. That was The Simpsons. It was a cartoon of The first, there's two pictures, and the first picture is Eric, the choker, Swollen Swalwell. The first one, Eric Swalwell says, "This is the worst day of my life," and the second one is a guy from The Simpsons saying, "You can say that again, or don't talk too fast," or something like that, because boy is he. And I mean, and again, I feel so bad for his freaking kids. And now, clearly, it's looking worse and worse. The former chief of staff, Benjamin Burnett, was asked for a comment about Eric Swalwell and what's the latest, and can he tell us what Swalwell said, and so on and so forth. Here's what the reply was to Eric Swalwell's chief of staff. Quote, "As of 2 p.m. today, neither Cassie nor I worked for or report to the former congressman. We will not be commenting on his behalf, relaying your request to him, or contacting or coordinating with him in any way. He rightfully has no one working for him anymore," unquote. Well, that's only the beginning of it. He's the guy who was sucking on one girl's toes that he knocked out with a knockout drink, choked one, raping. I mean, he's facing criminal charges. And he's the guy, he's as much of a traitor as anybody else, and responsible for that phony business trying to get Donald Trump for the last 8 or 10 years, too, by the way. Just despicable. And I love when they play his old sound bites coming up. I mean, holier than now. Swalwell, just unbelievable. All right, coming up, a happier story about love in the air, which I think is nice. Also, Sydney Sweeney. And I hope she's having a good kick out of this, because she's just going to make some more money, and she's doing something for charity at the same time, and kind of rubbing her nose in the other people who think she did something wrong by being sexy. It's all coming up. Kimmer, Pete will be back. Flounder, Jeff, and David. It's a 3:46 already. 106.3. Happy Hump Day. Beautiful, hot, sunny day, just like summer almost. Look out.
Extra 106.3 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Quick question. Are your tires ready for spring rain? If your tread is worn, traction drops fast on wet roads, and stopping distance can increase when you need it most. Right now at Marietta Toyota, they can take care of you because it's the Toyota Tire Savings Event. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for just $1. Get the right tires for your Toyota, installed by factory-trained technicians with road hazard coverage included on eligible tires. Toyota Tire Price Match is available, plus top brands and additional rebates that may be available. Voted Best of Cobb, Best New Car Dealership, Best Dealership Service Center for 2026. You can trust the work. Offer ends April 30th. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Restrictions apply. Valid on participating brands. 4th tire of equal or lesser value. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
If you live in Georgia, you already see it. The cars are turning yellow, the pollen is here, and this year, with an earlier and warmer spring projected, it's hitting even sooner. But here's what matters most. It's not just what's outside, it's what your family is breathing inside. Your kids, your pets, you. Your HVAC system doesn't just control the temperature. It circulates the air throughout your entire home. And without proper filtration and purification, that air can carry pollen, dust, and allergens right through every room. Central specializes in whole home air purification systems. Advanced filtration, humidity control, and high-efficiency carrier systems are designed to support healthier indoor air. When you combine air purification technology with dependable carrier performance, you're creating a cleaner, more comfortable environment for the people who matter most. Right now, you can receive up to $1,700 in rebates plus 60 months 0% financing on qualified systems, making it easier to protect your home before allergy season peaks. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com today. Central Heating and Air, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Join the Georgia Swarm for an international celebration of culture, color, and community at Swarm World Fest Night. It takes place this Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena in Duluth. Enjoy performances, activities, and a global celebration of lacrosse and more. Don't miss this exciting event, the last regular season game before the Swarm head to the playoffs. Get your tickets now at GeorgiaSwarm.com for Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena. GeorgiaSwarm.com.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage that big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Pay to play, sweetheart deals, government land grabs, and a rigged gambling law. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones made a fortune in public office. But it gets worse. Now Jones is in the tank for illegal Chinese vapes. They're poisonous, they're addicting our kids, and President Trump issued a national order to ban them. But just like a career politician, Burt Jones ignored Trump's order and blocked legislation to stop the sale of illegal Chinese vape pens in Georgia. That's right, Jones ignored Trump and blocked the legislation to ban them right here in Georgia. Why? Because the Jones family is making big bucks selling the same deadly addictive Chinese vapes Trump banned in their gas stations. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones. He sold out Georgia for Chinese vapes.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Here's a little country hit. Come on in and shake a howdy, good little darling. The K-Hat Farm. This girl could break my heart, boy. One song after another. Tammy Wynette. That was on this day, 1999. They exhumed her body. Tammy Wynette was exhumed from a grave in an attempt to settle a dispute over how she died. They ordered a new autopsy a week after three of her daughters filed a wrongful death lawsuit against her doctors and her husband and manager, George Ritchie. The daughters claimed that those two were responsible for Tammy Wynette's death 12 months earlier in 1998. George Ritchie, her husband, said he had requested the autopsy because of the allegations made against him. And that's where the story ended here on my reading material there, so I used Grok. And again, I admit I'm being dragged into the modern technology thing because I do use Grok. And I asked Grok whatever happened to the autopsy with Tammy Wynette. And Grok told me it was done after her body was exhumed. She died from right heart failure with cardiac arrhythmia. Oh, man. It was... Oh, man. I tell you, if you start playing DIVORCE or what the hell was the other one? I don't want to play house. Oh, my God. I'm going home. Right heart failure, cardiac arrhythmia caused by chronic pulmonary embolism and pulmonary hypertension. Tammy Wynette had multiple old blood clots in her lungs that damaged her heart over time. There was no fresh blood clot when she died. Her long-term intestinal problems and pain meds were listed as a contributing factor. They found some sedatives like midazolam or whatever that is, but they said the autopsy could not prove whether drugs played a role, and the medical examiner officially ruled the death of Tammy Wynette could not be determined by what manner she died. Her daughter suspected foul play, but they said no, it was her ongoing health battles. Tammy Wynette. And it's Country Music Corner. Now, as you know, I used to be a country disc jockey. You know that. Do you know that story? David heard that story? I don't know. I love it. When new guys are in, guys filling in, they haven't heard all my stories. Have David, you heard my country music? Oh, my God.
I don't think I've heard that one, no.
When I got out of the Marines, my wife got me, my newlywed wife, who came back here, got me admitted to Arizona State University. And so I got a job working at a country radio station called KHAT, KHAT. And I was the #1 afternoon country disc jockey in Phoenix, Arizona, by the name of Tom Peterson, because they said, "Oh, Kim's a girl's name. You can't go on your country station named Kim." So they called me Tom, and so that was how I got started in country music as a former country disc jockey. And so anyway, so that's my quick story. And that was also when I emceed a concert with Jeannie C. Riley, Bobby Bear, and Tom T. Hall. And there's another claim to fame for the Kimmer. Anyway, okay, here we go. Sorry. Did I do a birthday? I don't think I did a birthday. How about a little music break? How about Ed O'Brien from Radiohead is 58 years old today for all you Radiohead fans. Anyway, it's Kimmer. Pete will be back. Flounders here. Jeff and David in the house. And a love story. We'll do a little love story here because we've had enough bad news. And we got a Flounders Funny coming up here in just about a minute. Heather Locklear has called off her 5-year engagement to a guy named Chris Heiser. That was a few months ago. And now, all of a sudden, 80s icons Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas are a couple. They're in love. Locklear ended her 5-year relationship and said marriage to this guy was not so important. We're together. We love each other, but that's really all I can say about it. Well, Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas, have a long history of relationships. She, of course, the Melrose Place actress, married Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee in 1986, lasted about 7 years. Got a lot of attention at their careers. In 1994, she married Bon Jovi guitarist Richie Sambora, gave them a daughter. They got divorced a few years later. She's been linked to and be engaged to co-star Jack Wagner. Lamas has been married and divorced 5 times. So, Heather, you'd be number 6. Hey, with 6, you get egg roll. So I'm just, anyway, they're together and they're happy. Heather Locklear is 64. And Lorenzo Lamas is 68. And so they're together and they're happy, and I think that's wonderful. So good for them. Also, coming up here after the 4 o'clock, we'll have a 4 o'clock update for you. Sydney Sweeney is back in action, and I think this is terrific. And also, have you heard about the pervert glasses available from Meta?
Yes, I have. I've heard about them.
Yeah, well, we're going to have the latest on this. And again, this is another thing. And again, if people are making a living and hoping to make a living, make their money on clicks, on social click media things as a living, way to make money. It's all coming up. How about Flounders Funny? Right here, I got Flounders Funny for you. Right?
We're adults, right? We got to pay the bills. Unfortunately, we got to pay the bills every month. We write checks. And on the bottom left-hand corner of every check is what I like to call an opportunity. Yeah, that's right. The memo section, 4 with a blank line, and you get to tell the whole world, what has this check been written for? And if you're not writing the word sexual favors on that line, get out. Get out. Get out. Thank you, but go. Every check I've ever written my whole life, 4 sexual favors. I don't care what it's for. Gas bill, cable bill, water bill, grandma's birthday, charity, Girl Scout cookies. I don't care. That's their problem now. How bad you want that money? I had a roommate. He used to pay the landlord every month. I'd have to give him a check for my half of the rent due. $725 for sexual favors, okay? And he would have to go deposit it in the bank in person. It was before the apps. He'd have to wait online till they said next and be like, good afternoon. I'd like to deposit this check I received, $725 for sexual favors. He begged me to stop. He's like, Joe, stop. You got to stop, dude. You have to stop. My picture is up in every branch across Manhattan. Stop. I was like, fine. So one month I just wrote 4 butt stuff.
Butt stuff. I do it all the time when I'm writing my send money.
Yeah, you used to do that when you'd give me our checks for the podcast.
Oh, that's right. What, hula lessons?
Yeah. Ballerina lessons.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Look out. Hold on. It's coming up on 4 o'clock already. Braves are in town. They had a big kind of a comeback thing last night. I didn't watch the end of it, but and they're in town again today. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny afternoon. And what the hell? We're all here together. 404-741-1230, 1230. If you would like to join us here on the magnificent 106.3 on Hump Day. All right, look out. Here we go. Almost 4 o'clock. Okay.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta's Safe House.
It used to be egg prices. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Now the White House is facing persistent questions about gas prices driven up during Operation Epic Fury. Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House.
Administration officials say the short-term disruption in gas prices for Americans is for a long-term strategic goal to prevent Iran from producing a nuclear weapon.
The message is the short-term volatility for long-term gain.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent would not predict how quickly gas prices will fall, saying it's tied to an end to the war with Iran.
I'm optimistic that during the summer we will see gas with a 3 in front of it sooner rather than later.
Right now, the AAA average is $4.10 a gallon, down 6 cents from last week, but still over 90 cents more than a year ago. A ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is holding as diplomatic efforts continue aimed at resuming peace talks. Iran says messages are still being exchanged through Pakistani officials.
These remarks from the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson were made as U.S. Central Command continues to block Iranian ports with more than a dozen support vessels. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper explained the impact of this move, saying, quote, a blockade of Iranian ports has been fully implemented as U.S. forces maintain maritime superiority in the Middle East.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. Live Nation and its Ticketmaster subsidiary lose in court. A jury just finding that the concert giants have a harmful monopoly over big venues. This on day 4 of deliberations in New York City after a lawsuit over claims brought by more than 30 states. The jury rejecting Live Nation's insistence that it's not a monopoly and that success is not against antitrust laws. The civil case accused the company of using its reach to smother competition. A record day on Wall Street. The S&P closing above 7,000 for the first time, while the NASDAQ finishes over 24,000. The Dow, though, down 72 points at the bell. America's listening to Fox News.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to face them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring hope into your everyday life. Whether you're searching for encouragement, biblical wisdom, or practical guidance, intouch.org is here to help you grow closer to God. Discover truth that speaks to your heart. Visit intouch.org today. Thanks.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
My daughter Jennifer was a deadhead. back when she was a non-recovering addict. My daughter's a hero. Jennifer, Juno the Clonkhead, has been straight for 22 years. But when she wasn't, she was a deadhead. And on this day in 1996, the rest of Jerry Garcia's ashes were scattered near the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. A small portion scattered in the Ganges River in India 11 days earlier. Jerry Garcia, the Grateful Dead leader, had died in August 1995. And it was not till 96 on this day when they scattered the rest of them. San Francisco. Yeah, it's been a couple of years there I'll never forget. God almighty. I used to drive across the Golden Gate Bridge twice a day, though, which was kind of fun because I got to look at what's the name of the freaking Alcatraz and the little what's the other mountain? It's San Francisco Bay. It's Alcatraz, and then there's another part there. But I used to see it twice a day driving to and from work, and that was just beautiful territory. But and again, California is one of the most beautiful pieces of geography in the world, and the state's being destroyed. Just everything about California is going to hell. Let's see. In fact, have you heard they're trying to pass that Nick Shirley law to make it illegal for
independent journalism?
You get a $10,000 fine if you start asking tough questions. Basically, my God. Let's see. Birthday list includes Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's 44, known for Knocked Up and Super Bad, I guess, among other things. Seth Rogen. And let's see. On this day in history. Oh, I remember these days, too. 1955, Ray Kroc opens his first McDonald's franchise in Des Plaines, Illinois. His day one sales, this is in 1955, he made on the first day $366.12. It was the 9th restaurant in the chain, started in 1940 by two brothers named Dick McDonald and Maurice Mac McDonald in California. Ray Kroc had met the McDonald's brothers trying to sell them multi-mixers. And after Ray Kroc saw their operation, he said, I ought to open up a store like this myself and sell these kind of burgers and stuff. So he bought out the McDonald's brothers and built McDonald's into the hamburger empire that it is now, using their name. The McDonald's brothers had introduced what's called the Speedy Service System in 1948, getting things to the customers quickly. The original McDonald's mascot was a chef hat on top of a hamburger called Speedy. Speedy was replaced in 1962 by the Golden Arches, and the clown Ronald McDonald was introduced in 1965. McDonald's burgers were 15 cents, and that price remained in effect unchanged for 12 years when they went to 18 cents. I remember those days well. It was 15 cents for a burger. I think the milkshakes were 20 cents maybe or 25, I don't remember. And McDonald's, of course, was famous for their French fries because you know why? They cooked them in beef fat and beef tallow, and they were delicious. Anyway. All right. A couple of newsy things here. I mentioned Sydney Sweeney. 407, our number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I mentioned Sydney Sweeney, and I'm happy for her. She's back doing an ad for American Eagle. The star of Euphoria, modeling a selection of summer-ready jeans in her second campaign for American Eagle, and their short jeans, jean shorts. Dubbed Sid for short, S-Y-D, Sid for short. American Eagle jean shorts, the ads say, as she's ditching the second half of her name and the lower half of her pants. Posing in cutoffs, a baby tee, and breezy button-up shirt, the star playfully asks the camera and the accompanying campaign, "What brand am I wearing?" "Yeah, that one." The ads also include custom denim styles designed to support a thing called Crisis Text Line, which I think is pretty cool. It's a nonprofit providing 24/7 mental health support. 100% of the net proceeds of the Sydney Sweeney's jean shorts, and the Sid short, all of it, featuring butterfly details in honor of domestic violence survivors. All the money from those jean sales goes to the organization to help mental health for women in particular. She said, There's something timeless about a great pair of jean shorts. They're simple, make you feel confident, put together without trying too hard. The cause of crisis text line close to my heart, part of my partnership from the beginning. I knowing everyone wears these pieces, they're part of something meaningful that directly helps people who need it. Sydney Sweeney's 28. And remember when she came out with the Sydney Sweeney has great genes, they complained it was racist and she was a freaking Nazi. You know, I hate people like that. They have to make something out of something. And again, the only reason they did that was because of the cell phone. Word spread quickly on social media, and that people said, oh my God, she said that, I can't believe it, without even seeing the ad. And again, it's just, modern technology and Sydney Sweeney. But again, this time, I think she's laughing and having a good time.
Victor's on the horn.
Victor, you're on the radio, man. Thanks for calling. What's going on? Is this our Victor?
Hey, it is, Kimmer. And, man, I really didn't want to tell you this, but I might be on a golf cart swinging some clubs.
You rascal. You could be. Yeah, it's possible. I'll bet you. Yeah.
I'm hitting everything into the creek, but I'm actually doing it on purpose.
Outstanding. Well, there you go. Outstanding. What's up?
I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney doing the shorts. I might go buy some of those shorts. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and Sydney Sweeney. Now, to me, Sydney Sweeney is a very sexy woman. But to me, she's not pretty in any way. But she's very, very sexy. But she's definitely, to me, she's not pretty. She's not beautiful, but she's she's attractive. She's a very sexy girl. Someone like Anna de Armas to me is an absolute living doll. Stuff I compare. But Sydney Sweeney, God bless her. She's making she's doing things. They criticized her. They ripped her. They tried to end her life as a model and a spokesman and an actress. And she's now showing them right back again. Here we go, right in your face. And I think it's great. Good for her.
I think it's awesome, and I'm so glad that she has the fortitude to continue and do this with American Eagle. A lot of those Hollywoodians would have stopped immediately because the press people would have been telling them, and luckily she's got a good head. Clearly, she's got a good family.
Well, again, I salute her. I think that's great. I think you're holding her head up high and saying, here I am. What are you going to do about it? I think it's terrific.
I love it.
All right, awesome. Victor.
You guys have a good one.
All right, man. I guess we'll see you Friday, I'm guessing. Is that right, or do we know?
Actually, I'll see you tomorrow because I got to go to a wedding on Friday.
Oh, are you sitting tomorrow? Oh, well,
yeah,
a surprise. Okay, all right, man. Thank you. All right, I'll talk to you. All right, here we go. Well, there goes Victor. All right, 411. But as my next story here is something I kind of teased earlier, and something I'm very concerned about that's going on, and it involves people making their living on social media for clicks. And I don't know how I don't know why you would do this to try to make a living, but now the problem that's being posted and talked about online is what they call Meta's pervert glasses. A growing number of, quote, aspiring influencers. Again, that's now a job category. I mean, this is amazing. As an old fart, this is absolutely amazing to me. You can be I'm going to be an aspiring influencer. Yeah, I'd like to be an influencer, please. That's my career. A butcher, baker, and influencer.
What's the tax bracket on that?
It's just, still, I'm just really not used to it. And now these influencers are using what are called the smart glasses from Meta to turn real-life encounters into content. Influencers, and their content. They prowl nightlife strip places. They go to shopping centers, city streets, filming their unsolicited approaches to women and then posting them. There are videos, a familiar script. A guy comes up, says something pretty nice to a girl, maybe kind of a pickup line, a push to get her name or her phone number, and start flirting with her and stuff. And then all of a sudden, the footage is blasted across TikTok and Instagram for views and clicks, and the girl never knew what happened. It happened to one woman from British Columbia named Cassie, and she was just, minding her own business. A stranger struck up a casual conversation during a night out a little while ago. And then a friend sent her a viral video of what she was doing with a guy that she met. And she said, wait a minute, that was on video? Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, she said it felt humiliated. He was just degrading women. A cheap viral click And now more than 70 civil liberties and advocacy groups are sounding the alarm about Meta's smart glasses. And they're now they're coming out with plans for a facial recognition technology that will allow users to identify strangers immediately. Gee, I wonder what bad could happen there. There are footage of people using the bathroom, undressing, having sex without knowing they're being recorded. And by the way, this stuff is stored. It's being reviewed by human contractors tasked with training Meta's system. Did you know that? Workers in Kenya told newspapers they see everything. Living rooms, naked bodies, a steady stream of intimate clips from users who appear unaware their private moments are being captured and analyzed, and people have to go over it to review it. Exposing sensitive information, bank accounts, private conversations, explicit content, and they're getting it on the Meta glasses, and people are looking at it in foreign countries. Gee, what could go wrong?
What could go wrong, yeah.
14 minutes after 4, how you doing? It's only me with the whole crew here on 106.3. Beautiful afternoon. We got stuff. We got more Flounders funnies. We got tweets. We got it all out here.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
There's a couple of phrases out there you hear on the news, and they inevitably light my shortest fuse. One of them is, the less fortunate. More on that later, but another one is, the rich need to pay their fair share of income taxes. Like this guy, David Hort from Mableton, letter to the editor, requiring the 1% to do their fair share would be great and innovative, but probably not going to happen. Okay, David Horton, let's take a look at the stats here. See how much research you've actually done. This is the summary of federal income tax data for the tax year of 2022. Takes a while to compile all this data. Hidden in this data, a couple of facts for you. Half of the taxpayers pay 97% of all federal income taxes. High-income taxpayers paid the majority of federal income taxes. Let's get down to the base numbers. To be in that evil 1%, you need to earn $3,309,589. There's your top 1%. On the average, the 1% pays $561,523 in federal income taxes, or an effective tax rate of 26.09%. So it comes down to this. For the richest 1%, their share of the income is 22.4%. Their share of total income taxes paid is 40.4%. Percentage-wise, the top 1% pay almost their share of income versus their share of total income earned. The bottom 50%, by the way, earns 11.5% of all of the income, but they only pay 3% of all of the income taxes. Now, based on that, who isn't paying their fair share? You will never find a major media outlet presenting these statistics to you. Why? Because it destroys absolutely, completely the they haven't paid their fair share narrative from the poor, pitiful poor. The media, aware of these statistics, they don't dare express them. Not good for Democrats. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Hey, Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How do you know when you're in love?
Well, can't stop thinking about him. Your heart races sometimes, and you just want to be with him every moment of the day.
Dad, I think I'm in love then.
Got a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I remember my first Subaru, too.
There are so many reasons to love a new Subaru. From Subaru of Gwinnett, like standard symmetrical all-wheel drive on most models, top-rated gas mileage, and technology and safety that will give you the warm and fuzzies. Like the Subaru Crosstrek, with 182 horsepower and up to 120 cubic feet of interior space. Or the Subaru Outback, built to take you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Add in their amazing staff and incredible service department, and you'll understand why love is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. But the only way to know it's the one is to come in for a test drive. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, or start shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Join the Georgia Swarm for an international celebration of culture, color, and community at Swarm World Fest Night. It takes place this Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena in Duluth. Enjoy performances, activities, and a global celebration of lacrosse and more. Don't miss this exciting event, the last regular season game before the Swarm head to the playoffs. Get your tickets now at GeorgiaSwarm.com for Saturday, April 18th at 4 p.m. at Gas South Arena. GeorgiaSwarm.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Let me tell you something important. When disasters happen, cell networks overload. Communication disappears. That's why I and my family rely on Rapid Radios. They use instant push-to-talk technology with cross-carrier redundancy so you can talk coast to coast with unlimited range. No contracts, no monthly bills. Just turn them on and talk. They're trusted by NASA, law enforcement, border security, and over 500,000 users nationwide. Go to rapidradios.com. That's rapidradios.com. Rapid Radios. Communication redefined.
All right, there we go. Little Billy Joel for you here on your happy hump day, 106.3, beautiful sunny day. In 1982, Billy Joel in the hospital after surgery, Columbia Presbyterian in New York. Billy Joel had broken his left wrist riding his 1978 Harley Davidson when he hit a car in Long Island. The hospital switchboard was jammed. Everybody tried to call and talk to Billy Joel. He issued a statement through his spokesman, "Please, we're tying up the lines for people who really are sick." So anyway, it turned out to be fine on. But he's a Harley rider, so it's okay with me. I have one Harley custom now. My chopper is a Harley, but my other Harleys I sold over the years. Anyway, and I guess, I remember, well, it doesn't matter. I was going to talk about the what the hell is the name of the Tuttle family did the custom chopper show, TV show a long time ago. All that's, a lot of those days are changed now. Anyway, Kimmer, I just heard from Pete Davis, and speaking of being in the hospital, he said he was just took a nap, and he's fine and dandy. Got some real good news today about his recovery and progression and everything, and he's doing fine and better, and so that's great. And one of these days very soon, he'll be joining us, and so we're looking forward to it. So he's doing fine, and that's very good news. Let's see. Birthdays include Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson, 67, Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. Your kids may know her as Nanny McPhee, the woman who wrote Mary Poppins and Saving Mr. Banks, and Professor Sybil Trelawney in the Harry Potter movies. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I never saw those. Also, I think she won the Oscar or something for Sense and Sensibility. Actually, I think I've seen a few minutes of some of the Harry Potter. Is that the little Emma Watson chick?
I think so. I've never seen one.
Yeah, I think she's got a birthday too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong here, but she shows up in my on my cell phone all of a sudden when I open my Facebook page. Now pictures of Emma Watson with no shoes on. Somebody put an algorithm in my phone. It's the damnedest thing I ever saw. Anyway, and we got a little history note here for you today. It's officially Income Tax Day, or IRS Appreciation Day. And for the record, screw everybody. I got screwed again in my taxes, federal taxes. I get a little back from Georgia, and I'm getting nailed on feds. And I 2 years in a row now, and everybody I talked to said, no, it's not me. I didn't do anything. You're not doing it for me anyway. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. So screw Income Tax Day, Irish Appreciation Day. And for the record, the top 1% of American taxpayers pays 40% of all the taxes. The top 10% combined, the top 10% pay 70% of the taxes, and 50% of the American taxpayers don't pay any federal taxes. For the record, the first American income tax was signed as a 3% tax on incomes over $800 in 1861. It was repealed to pay for the Civil War. replaced with another income tax in 1862, but then they were done to the Civil War. The first American income tax, as I recall, was like 1913. And before that, we didn't need an income tax because we made all our money on tariffs. And it worked. And Donald Trump went back to tariffs, and people went nuts.
So did you know Donald Rumsfeld sent
yeah.
And every time he sent his taxes in, he sent a letter in with it. You want me to read it?
Yeah, Donald Rumsfeld, the former
was he secretary
of
was he the defense secretary?
Defense secretary, yeah, Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld. Yeah.
All right. So, dear sir and madam, I have sent in our federal income tax and our gift tax returns for 2013. As in prior years, it's important for you to know that I have absolutely no idea whether our tax returns or tax payments are accurate. I say this despite the fact that I am a college graduate and I try hard to make sure our tax returns are accurate. The tax code is so complex and the forms are so complicated that I know that I cannot have any confidence that I know what is being requested, and therefore I cannot and do not know, and I suspect a great many of Americans cannot know whether or not their taxes are accurate. As in past years, I have spent more money than I have wanted to spend to hire accounting firms to prepare tax returns, and I believe they are well qualified. This note is to alert you folks that I know that I don't know whether or not my tax returns are accurate, which is a sad commentary on governance in our nation's capital.
You know, it's absolutely correct. The fact of the matter is I can't do my taxes. No, can you do your taxes?
No.
Can you guys do your taxes?
No.
David, can you do your taxes? Yeah. David can do his taxes.
I mean, I used TurboTax this year, and, I ended up paying $1,200 federal and about $400 in state. So, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's unbelievable. And Neil Bortz talks all the time about the fair tax, which will never have a chance of passing. But again, if you do a retail sales tax, basically, where you keep all your money, and when you need to buy something, you buy something.
Right.
There's got to be. It doesn't make any sense that Americans who work for a living and get a salary are incapable of paying the tax on it. And by the way, they were very clever about this by passing a law to take it out of your paycheck every week or month or whenever you get paid, whatever your salary is when you get paid, they take it out then. How'd you like to come up with if you make $80,000 a year, what are your federal income taxes? 20 grand probably, or 30, 40, whatever. How'd you like to come up every April 15th with a check for $25,000 if you made, you know what I mean? That's why they take it out gradually so you don't feel it as badly. But then when you get screwed like I did last 2 years on April 15th, today they're taking out a crap load of money out of my bank account. And I have no idea what about anything
why
about
and where it's coming from, yeah.
And I have a master. I'm an educated man.
Just the forms alone.
You can't do it. And who keeps track of it? I mean, I think there's actually a thing where when you go to the store, go to the grocery store, when you get your bill and you pay for it, there's a tax on, you pay taxes on the stuff. I think you can actually keep track of all the taxes you paid on things like that all year and claim it as a deduction on your taxes.
You get a refund.
But who the hell keeps track? I mean, who can do that?
That means you have to keep every single receipt and track that tax line on thousands and thousands of items that you've purchased.
Gasoline, the store.
They make it, and Pete's talked about this, they make it impossible for you to be able to successfully fill out a form or do anything to where you can.
Right. Exactly correct.
All Georgia governor candidates, eliminate the income tax if you want to win.
Yeah.
If you want to win over voters, eliminate income tax like Florida does. That's an easy way to win an election.
Yeah. There are a couple of states that
actually do
property tax.
Yeah. Well, the other problem is the property taxes. And if they eliminate the income tax, they got to replace it with something or cut the hell out of the state budget paying for stuff. So, but again, that's and by the way, I hear all I love the candidates are, we're going to cut your income tax. You're going to freeze your.
They say the same thing every single time, and then when they get elected, and they don't do it.
Well,
this is politics 101.
That's unbelievable.
Kemp had a surplus for how many years in a row?
I know.
So we can cut taxes, okay?
Yeah.
We have a surplus in our revenue.
That's right.
Cut the damn taxes. Or hell, make everybody pay a 10% flat tax no matter what, and we're all square. Don't need the IRS, don't need jack. No, do that. That's simpler. It's easy. That way you have the money you need. Everybody pays the same amount. You can shut up and screw off.
Yep. A flat tax, a straight tax. I mean, it just makes sense. And by the way, I know this is the Kimmer theory of economics. If you give me more money, I'm going to spend it. Or I'm going to save it, and the bank is going to be able to spend it. So even if I save it, if you give me another $100 a week, chances are I'm going to say, oh, well, I can go get the so-and-so or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm going to spend it and put the money back in the economy, which makes the economy stronger. And if I don't spend, if I put it in the bank account, then the savings account allows the investment company, the bank, to use the money to invest stuff and make more money for everybody. I mean, I don't get it. How could you not want people to have more money so that they're going to use it and make everybody stronger? In fact, I remember the day, I forgot what the reason for this was. It was it was going to be kind of an emergency of banking collapses, or maybe it was back in the .com scandal, or so. I forgot when I lost all my money starting in about 2006 after I got retired. Anyway, and I remember somebody saying that the government could do two things to get everybody happy. The government could get, I forgot what the total was. The government could give, we have enough money, the government, to give everybody like $50,000 and say, we're giving you $50,000, but you have to either buy a car or a house or spend it toward, see what I mean? And we'll give you this money, but you have to spend it toward things that'll make our economy strong again, and it would work. And of course, they're never going to do it, but it could be done. They worked it out where things like this would work.
What's sad is $50,000 isn't even a down payment on a home anymore.
I know.
That's
and again,
20%. No.
I just saw something the other day too about the amount of money that the average American needs now to retire is something like $1.5 million.
Try like 5 or 6.
I remember those days. I mean, again, how many people do you know that have, between $1 and $2 million saved, ready to go, so they can retire? I mean, there a lot of them are out there, but still, I'll bet most people living right now.
Not the average consumer right now. No,
I mean, it's unbelievable, and I don't know the way out of it. I don't know how young people can buy a house today. David, are you a homeowner? You're like 30-something. Are you a homeowner?
No, I rent apartments because apparently homeowning is out of reach for my generation because of all the damn
because of a lot of
down payments, mortgage payments, stuff like that. It's it's crazy.
I'll do my quick thing. I know we got to take a break. I'll do my quick thing about my life. And this other day, I'm 80 years old. When I was 26, I had a wife, a baby, a house, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and had been in and out of the Marines. And I'm not special in any way. I was just, I just went along. I just was an American doing the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. I don't know. I mean, I wonder how many people at the age of 26 these days in the last just generation.
This generation probably is still living at home at age 26.
I moved out of the house when I was 25. Yeah. So, yeah.
And again, I'm not any big deal anything. I just did the stuff. And again, I mean, what a change! And again, everything.
But the cost of living when you were 26 compared to today's 26-year-old is.
Well, my first house was a 4-bedroom house for something like $48,000.
That's how much a car costs.
4-bedroom house in a cul-de-sac.
Blame BlackRock and Airbnb for driving up all the damn housing prices.
And now they're buying them all to rental because we don't want things.
Yeah.
All right, now Jeff's guy. Jeff will get. I'm telling you, with Flounder, would you please tell Jeff? I don't need the waving of the hands. You're late for the break. Okay, we'll get it all in by 6. We're not doing a network feed. It's the Kimmer Show, and this is what we do. Poor Jeff, he's going to have to learn this one way, the hard way, I guess. All right, like 4:32. Okay, I'm late. 2 minutes. I only had 2 minutes. All right, my bad. Look out.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the Extra 106.3 app.
Well, here we go, barreling down toward 90 degrees. I mean, and you know it's going to get a lot worse with that. It's not only the heat, it's the stupidity, humidity. Well, the Georgia heat's not messing around, and here we go. Air conditioning running nonstop. Smart upgrade. You can make it right now and save a whole bunch of money. Peach State Windows. Jeff's the boss. He's running the joint for years and decades, and I worked with him 5 years ago, first time. Anyway, he knows about Georgia homes, and he has contacts, by the way, all over the country. Since he's independent, it's a family business. He's not locked into something like those big national people do, where they're relying on stringers. No. Here's the deal. In fact, he takes this so seriously, and you're going to appreciate this. It costs a lot more to cool your home than to heat it. How about this? How about Jeff's windows are advanced heat reflective glass, built to block the sun and take the pressure off your AC in the first place. How about this deal? 8 premium double-hung Energy Star windows installed for $39.95, under $4,000. 0% financing for 12 months. And by the way, if you need more than 8 or fewer than 8, get what you want. There's going to be a deal. 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com.
Great, another auto repair. You took it to the dealer and now you're starting to panic. They say it's going to cost thousands and take weeks to complete. So don't fall for the tricks. Take it to Vicks. From simple oil changes and tires to transmission replacements and collision repair, you can count on Vicks Auto Care for honest, affordable service. Vicks Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them today at VicksAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. Look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
April 24th through 26th, golf and giving back come together at the Mitsubishi Electric Classic presented by Venture. Join us at TPC Sugarloaf as PGA Tour champions legends compete, all while raising vital funds for local charities across Metro Atlanta. It's more than a tournament. It's an event that makes a difference. Be part of it. Get your tickets at MitsubishiElectricClassic.com. That's MitsubishiElectricClassic.com. April 24th through 26th. We'll see you there.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given is the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay. plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Oh, now, this,
Welcome to the Kimmer Show.
When Pete gets back, we're going to have to change the format to take a whole new format coverage here of the...
All right, of the 18.
And
I sent a couple as well.
Yes. Well,
7.
So
that's not bad.
Well,
that's
there's a lot of stuff, and I got so many more that I didn't even want to say because I just didn't want to.
And there's sometimes where Kimmer will send 4 stories of the same story, but it's one from Daily Mail and it's one from Fox News, so you get like a different perspective.
I need to compare because I do all my editing when I get it. I send them all in, and I do all the work at home when I come in here.
I need to do a record of your editing process in here one day because there's an actual editing process he does, but it's all with markers and
different
paper.
colors and.
He's like, it's like a final set list. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to X that. We're not doing that.
It all comes together. That'll be the day. It's 4:39. Kimmer, Pete Davis just texted us that he's doing a lot, but he got some really good news. He's doing great, so we're very excited about that. He'll be back in no time and be joining us later on the radio. Flounders here. Jeff and David are here also, and our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Birthday list includes Claudia Cardinale. David, you know who that is? You're the youngest one around here. You know who Claudia Cardinale is?
I don't know that one.
Jeff, do you know who Claudia Cardinale? I'm guessing.
I don't know.
You don't? Oh my God. The Pink Panther movies? The princess with the necklace and thing, Claudia Cardinale, the buxom kind of dark-haired princess. Oh my God. Claudia Cardinale. Well, here's why you may not know her. She's 88. So she's been around a while, but she was known in the Pink Panther movies as kind of the buxom babe. Claudia Cardinale, 88 years old today. And on this day, my Mr. Phone here, hold on a second, I got Mr. Phone back. Here we go. On this day in history, this was a bad one, 2013 Boston Marathon. The 117th running of the Boston Marathon. 2 bombs went off near the finish line. 3 people were killed. 260 plus were wounded. 4 days later, the manhunt for the bombers and a city shutdown held police able to capture 19-year-old Duzar Zarnev. His older brother and fellow suspect at 26, Tamron Zarnev, died after a shootout with the cops. Nobody knows it says here nobody knows for sure. We know exactly for sure whether they were motivated by extremist Islamic beliefs. They were theoretically not connected to official terrorist organizations, but the one guy alive was found, the 19-year-old, found guilty on 30 counts, and he is on death row in Colorado. So we hope that that's where he'll die. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A couple of things in the news breaking this afternoon. Let's see. 2 things. The GOP is now holding with Donald Trump on the war in Iran, but the Democrats are trying to change everything. Republicans are not jumping ship. Another failed attempt to handcuff his war powers in the Middle East by the Democrats. The Democrats, for the 4th time, had a war powers resolution of Operation Epic Fury, and it failed once again. Donald Trump has also closed the Strait of Hormuz. Hormuz. I was thinking of vermouth.
On the rocks?
I was thinking I've been doing
like a good vermouth.
Every time I realize, seriously, because I think I'm out for I've never drunk vermouth straight. It goes in martinis or something. I mean, or margaritas. I don't know.
Veronica likes a good martini every once in a while, and I'll take a sip, and they're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, they are dangerous. Yeah. Let's see. A couple other things. Buzz it. What's the matter?
We got Mickey on the horn when you're ready.
All right, Mickey. Phone calls take priority. Hey. Hi, Mickey. Welcome aboard. How you doing? What's up?
I'm good, Kimmer. How are you?
Terrific, sir. What's happening?
Well, I just left my accountant, and she told me that this thing about not paying taxes on Social Security is a lie.
Really?
I did not. I was taxed totally 100% on my Social Security.
Yeah.
She said that, but there is a $6,000 deduction for people 65 and older.
Well,
but the thing about them constantly repeating that this is a lie about Social Security not being taxed is a lie. I think it's going to come effective this year, but not last year.
Yeah, right. I think that's correct. I think it has passed, but not now. And again, it doesn't make any sense that it's possible that people even, I'm an educated man. I can't figure out my taxes. I don't know what the deductions are. The code is so ridiculously complex. In fact, it would seem to me that everybody would be happier if it was simpler, so we wouldn't have things that obviously are misused or
taken advantage of.
Yeah,
absolutely. I learned something I didn't know. I should have known that Medicare is considered, but what you pay towards Medicare or what they pay is considered part of your income.
It's income, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, when you die, you get taxed. When you live, get taxed. I mean, if you added up all the taxes you paid, you'd probably be paying 55% of your income.
Yeah.
All this.
Yeah, I know.
Crap.
It's nonsense.
Yet the government never gets audited, and if they do, they'd fail.
Yeah. Well, when they
get audited, like every 5 to 6 years, and nothing ever happens.
And again, I don't know why there's not Doge on every department in American federal government, and every state government ought to have a Doge department to look for waste. Seriously.
Get this. This is how much power the IRS has. Several years ago, I was in a fight with them over what they said I owed versus what my accountant said I owed, and kept going back and forth. And one day I got a couple of notices from the bank saying I'd bounced some checks. I'm like, well, there's no way. I went into the branch. The IRS pulled out $3,000 out of my account without even telling me they were going to do that.
Whoa.
Yep. I swear on the Bible that's what happened.
Man. I don't know. Something's got to be done. I was hoping this would be the administration to kind of get to it, but there's been so much going on. At some point, somebody's going to have to handle the tax issue and make it simpler and more effective and stop the fraud and the waste. And I don't know. It just seems so simple. I don't know why we ever concentrated on it.
I like Bortz's idea.
Yeah. Again, they worked it out. It would work, but they're not going to pass it because a lot of people are going to lose their power.
Take away all their power, and that's all they give a shit about.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, but not sure we got our YouTube fans will be enjoying that, but I think we dumped it for the regular radio crowd. But luckily, our YouTube fans will be enjoying your comments.
Thanks for the call.
Anyway, thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, it happens. It's true. I mean, we ought to be able to say one bad 4-letter word on tax day. I mean, in fact, I give total disposition to the last caller for saying a bad word on tax day. We ought to be one lousy, stinking 4-letter word. What do you think? Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Well, I meant to yell a little. Anyway, warplanes are hitting, and then the Israelis are slamming Iranian stuff, and we're talking about Supreme Court justices. Donald Trump maybe get to pick another 1 or 2 members of the court. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So 4:46 already. With Kimmer, Pete will be back doing better. Great news today with him recuperating and the whole crew. 106.3, Hump Day, look out.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Hey Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
It's still the greatest form of advertising, word of mouth. If we could bottle it and sell it, we'd be rich. But we can't. That's what keeps it honest. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All 4 Seasons. From garage doors to entry doors to windows, for every opening of your home, we've got you covered. Talk to your neighbors. Chances are we've worked on their home. They'll tell you all about their 5-star experience with All 4 Seasons. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, seasonsgarages.com.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
It's spring break time and summer vacations are right around the corner. While you're thinking about fun in the sun, you should also be thinking about who's protecting your home while you're away. This is Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security, and we offer the latest in security and video surveillance technology to provide you with the peace of mind that comes from knowing your home is safe and secure. Starting service with Alert 360 is easy. Visit us at alert360atlanta.com, establish service in April, and get a free video camera. Protect what matters most. alert360atlanta.com.
Our founders believed that freedom wasn't just a word. It was a way of life. The freedom to move, the freedom to pursue what matters most, the freedom to live fully. But pain has a way of taking those freedoms from us. That's why Relief Factor exists. My pain had become so bad years ago that I couldn't paint, I couldn't work, I couldn't sleep. I was barely holding on. I was losing hope until my wife forced me to try Relief Factor. I didn't think it would work because it's 100% natural, drug-free, blah, blah, blah. But it absolutely broke the back of my pain. It might work for you. Over 1 million Americans have found relief and reclaimed parts of their life they thought were behind them. So this year, as we celebrate 250 years of freedom, ask yourself the simple question: are you living with the freedom you deserve? Relief Factor gives you the opportunity to live pain-free. Get your life back, the life you love. Try Relief Factor today. $19.95, 3-week quick start. Ready for you now. ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4, RELIEF.
It's a beautiful song here. Roberta Flack, 1972. '72, Roberta Flack, 6 weeks, starting at number 1 with The First Time I Saw Your Face. It was written in the 50s by a political singer and songwriter named Ewan McCall. He wrote it for Peggy Seeger, his girlfriend, whom he would later marry, but at the time he was married to somebody else. This Ewan guy, McCall, married to somebody else. McCall is also the father of the singer-songwriter known as Kirsty McCall. And this song, First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, was featured in the Clint Eastwood movie Play Misty for Me, where he was a disc jockey. Is that the one? And I forgot, wasn't that, was a stalker woman tried to kill him, or did he kill him? Well, I forget. Did you see the movie? I forgot whatever happened in it. You remember, Jeff?
I know there was a DJ and a stalker. I don't know really what happened.
I can't remember what happened. Whether he was involved in trying to catch her or whatever. Anyway, played Misty with Clint Eastwood playing a disc jockey, which is kind of bizarre. And by the way, I heard original rumor was that Roberta Flack was singing this song as a tribute to the guy who wrote the song about the music dying?
Oh, American Pie?
American Pie. About the kid, the singer, that she saw him. The rumor was that she saw him in concert and dedicated this song to him. Don McLean. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, here we go. Here, let's see a little birthday thing. Damar Hamilton, another singing birthday for you today. Damar Hamilton is 42. He is with Plain White Tees. Is that the one that did Delilah?
Yes.
That's a beautiful song. Reminds me of the time when I dedicated my life to trying to make a girl happy.
You want to know how I know you're gay?
yeah, because well, luckily, those days are over. I'll tell you, my next wife, she's not going to be a knockout, and I'm not going to get her a job. Sorry. And now, our note on history here. 1983. On this day, romantic dance movie Flashdance, 1983, appeared in theaters. Critics like Roger Ebert hated it. He put it on his most hated list of films. Rotten Tomatoes said Flashdance was all style and very little substance. The screenplay was nominated for a Golden Raspberry. The movie Flashdance was made with the cost of $7 million. It made $200 million. Third highest grossing movie of the year, 1983. The story and screenplay written by Tom Headley. Flashdance, directed by Adrian Lynn, Jennifer Beals, Demi Moore, and Leslie Wigg were all in the running to play 18-year-old Alex, who had a penchant for wearing oversized sweatshirts with large neck holes and leg warmers. Jennifer Beals' character was a ballerina who dreamed of becoming a professional dancer, but most of the actual dancing was performed by Maureen Johann, a body double dancer. In fact, one breakdancing scene featured a sequence performed by a man known as Crazy Legs. The movie featured a bunch of hit songs, including Maniac by Michael Sambello. Irene Cara's main theme song, Flashdance, What a Feeling, won an Oscar Best Song. The soundtrack sold 700,000 copies in 2 weeks. Wow. And after seeing Flashdance, Charles Schultz created the musical TV special, It's Flash Beagle, Charlie Brown. Charles Schultz with a parody. Some people were unimpressed that Charles Schultz chose to create a children's special based on an R-rated movie. And by the way, the reason they mentioned in this story that this girl, 18-year-old Alex in the movie, had a penchant for wearing oversized sweatshirts with large neck holes. Remember when she took off her bra without taking off her shirt? Did you ever see the movie?
Yes.
Flashdance, remember? Remember she reached in and she undid her bra and took it out without, and how the hell did she do that?
She's a woman.
She took off her bra without anybody seeing anything. Anyway, there you go. Oh my God, it's 4:56 already. Holy criminy. There we go. All right. Let's see. Have you seen some of the memes about Tiger Woods? Holy crap. There's one now that shows an airplane bouncing up and down on a golf course. And it says, Tiger learns Cessnas. and then there's one of a golf cart doing double flips and bounces and as you're scraping through a sand bunker and flipping over and over. And Tiger Woods hops out making an entrance at the Masters or something with Tiger Woods. I mean, pretty funny stuff. And again, he's facing a court case. They've even subpoenaed his medical records. They want to know all the drugs that Tiger Woods been taking. And as long as he keeps pleading not guilty and doesn't make a deal, they're going to try to find out all that stuff. And that could be a serious issue about over-medicating and doctors prescribing stuff. You know, Tiger Woods, they went after Rush Limbaugh for having extra drugs in his system. So, I mean, who's to say, you know?
Well, what they're going to go after is where he got the pills from.
Yeah, that's right. If there's a Dr. Pill Mill kind of deal, and whether he was, going to more than one doctor.
What happened with Matthew Perry?
Yeah, that's right. Doctor went to jail for that one.
Like 16 or 17 years.
One of his enablers. Yeah, absolutely.
The ketamine queen, she was called.
Yeah. Mercy. Also, well, we got a Flounder. We got a Flounders funny. Let's show Jeff a little Flounders funny here for the little.
2026. Yeah, maybe this will be the year I learn how to spell definitely. I'm 43. I don't know how to spell definitely. My friends will be like, you coming home for Christmas? I'm like, defiantly! Defiantly, I'll be there. They're all gossiping about me, like, you talked to Jeff lately? He's been real defiant. I never learn. A girl's like, want to see a picture of my boobs? I'm like, defiantly! Defiantly now! Like, never mind. I'm like, what the hell? I found out that I have dyslexia back in 2041, and
very funny.
It's a mess, man. I can't spell anything. Congratulations? No idea. Necessary? Forget about it. Restaurant, business? That's got some rogue U's in it. My dyslexia is so bad that I make things around me dumber. Right? My phone knows all the words. It knows all the slang. It knows all the languages. But I've spelled words wrong in it so many times that now it's learned my wrong spellings. I'll try to type because. It's like, did you mean baguchachoos? I'm like, that's not supposed to be helping me. That's defiantly not how it's spelled.
Who's that guy?
That's Mr. Jeff Dye.
Jeff Dye. I remember Jeff Dye. He's a very funny guy. By the way, I just got a phone call from a girl named Jessica and left me a message that my AT&T DirecTV discount of 50% is about to expire if I don't call her back with a special code number immediately. So I called her back, and all of a sudden, my bank account has been... No. It's obviously a crack. I don't have AT&T DirecTV something. So if I'd called her back with this code thing, I guess she'd be in my phone, right? There ought to be a way, and somebody's got to invent a way that if somebody tries to do this to me, when I call that number and she answers, some laser goes right in her eyes. And right in her freaking brain. I mean, that's the invention I want somebody to come up with. We get back at these people. Well, I was a little bitter. I'm sorry.
Just a little?
A little harsh. That's a little harsh. With my lips? I don't think so, Carl. It's almost 5 o'clock. Look out. Here we go. Here we go. It's 5. It's fine.
The Morning Extra. Every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta. A Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
The numbers don't lie on Lisa Brady, Fox News. That's the Republican take on Trump tax breaks on tax deadline day for many Americans.
53 million people have claimed one of these new exemptions as part of a Trump policy. The headliners being, of course, no tax on tips and no tax on overtime.
Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House, though Democrats argue tax breaks don't make up for other rising costs, including the recent spike in gas during the fight with Iran.
About a month ago, the Energy Secretary said he thought it was likely they'd be below $3 a gallon by summer. Now he says that is probably too aggressive.
But the Treasury Secretary says he's optimistic for $3 gas between June and September. Another Democrat-led effort to stop the fighting with Iran unless Congress approves it fails in the U.S. Senate, the fourth war powers resolution to be rejected this year, though some Republican senators are signaling possible support for congressional action soon, with deadlines to comply with the War Powers Act approaching. 9 House Democrats introduced articles of impeachment against War Secretary Pete Hegseth, led by Arizona Congresswoman and Iranian-American Yasamin Ansari. The resolution accuses Hegseth of violating his oath of office by overseeing an unauthorized war against Iran and also accusing him of war crimes.
The Pentagon has stated that unlike the Iranians, the U.S. military does not target civilians. But the resolution mentions Hegseth's use of the Signal app to discuss a strike on the Houthis in Yemen last year and accused him of obstructing congressional oversight. A Pentagon spokeswoman said this resolution's just an attempt by another Democrat to make headlines and that Hegseth will continue to protect the homeland and project peace through strength.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. More than 30 states win a court fight with Live Nation. The concert giant and its Ticketmaster subsidiary found to be running an anti-competitive monopoly over large concert venues by a jury in New York City. America is listening to Fox News.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to face them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring hope into everyday life. Whether you're searching for encouragement, biblical wisdom, or practical guidance, intouch.org is here to help you grow closer to God. Discover truth that speaks to your heart. Visit intouch.org today. That's intouch.org. Thanks.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. But Pete Davis, who just texted, he's doing a lot better. In fact, he got some really good news today on the road to recovery after major surgery. And so things are looking good there. Flounders here in the house. We have Jeff and David in the back doing all the stuff to get us on the radio and broadcasting to you, the little people. Our number is 404-741-1230. 741-1230 if you'd love to join us, and we would appreciate it if you do. Let's see. We got Flounders Funny coming up. We'll do a little sports stuff here, although it's, I keep forgetting to do all the sports stuff because I just rely on,
on Pete.
I could just always tell my sports stories of my own sports.
You could.
Or try to entertain the people instead. Anyway, well, we got a lot of stuff coming. A couple of updates on newsy things. We'll talk more about the Pope business here. In terms of the war in Iran, just in Israel has been attacking Hezbollah strong points with something like 50 warplanes and 100 different sites being attacked. Command structure across Lebanon under fire by Israeli officials, one of the most devastating blows of the war period. Explosions in Beirut, the Bekaa Valley, southern Lebanon. 50 aircraft struck 100 Hezbollah targets, which is obviously good news. Also, on the other hand, there's a report that says Iran has been able to move tens of millions of barrels of oil through covert offshore networks to get around the blockade by American warships. 2-week ceasefire failed peace talks, Donald Trump says the waterway will remain open, but if he's going to close it all, that's what's been happening. As of yesterday, 11 tankers with 20 million barrels are positioned offshore Malaysia within a ship-to-ship transfer hub, and they're awaiting counterpart vessels for offloading and preparing. So they're trying to get around it. But obviously, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but clearly it's, things are happening. So that's kind of the latest. Now, Donald Trump apparently has a plan to appoint up to 3 Supreme Court justices if vacancies arrive. And Donald Trump is ready to reshape the high court. Can you imagine if Donald Trump gets 3 more choices for Supreme Court justices? He got 3 in his
didn't he get 3 in his last term? That's 6.
Well, the stakes are pretty high. They're speculating about Justice Samuel Alito may be retiring, although he's only in his 70s. Like 70.
Yeah, you figure Justice Thomas might be ready to retire.
Alito is 76. Let's see. Clarence Thomas is 77. And they're saying there could be even a third. And so now they're going to try to, of course, pick replacements. And again, the good news is that if he is still in power and we still have Congress and we still have the Senate, this could be unbelievable. And by the way, some of the names being revealed as possible replacements for Alito or whoever might resign include Senator Ted Cruz. Now, for the record, I remember...
he used to argue for Supreme Court cases.
Ted Cruz, in fact, Professor Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz, very famous Harvard law professor, and his brilliance is unquestioned, I think. And he suffered for doing the right thing and calling for the right laws to be used for the right cases, and he suffered for it because of the Democrats turning on him. In fact, a lot of his friends won't even talk to him anymore because he actually thinks Donald Trump is doing some of the right things. Anyway, Alan Dershowitz, I remember him saying this several years ago, I think when Ted Cruz was running for president. And Ted Cruz, was it Ted Cruz who made a stupid error, not remembering his platform things? Or I can't remember. Anyway, Ted Cruz was in Alan Dershowitz's Harvard law class. And Alan Dershowitz, as I recall saying very specifically, Ted Cruz was the smartest student he ever had. The smartest law student he ever had. And Cruz is, now I wonder whether being such a politician would hurt him. And I'm trying to think of, the last Supreme Court justices, when's the last
time an actual senator
real politician? When's the last Supreme Court justice who was a member of the Senate or a governor? And I'm trying to remember who's on the court now. We should ask Grok. If I ask Grok, she'll do it in my headphones so nobody can hear it. Ask. Are you looking it up?
Hugo Black is the last Supreme Court.
That's what, 100 years ago? When was Hugo Black?
Hold on. James Burns served in the Senate 1931 to 1941, and Earl Warren, 1953 to 1969, was governor of California when appointed Chief Justice.
Okay, so we're talking 70 years ago, basically.
Yeah, but politics are so much different and divided now than they were then.
That's what I'm wondering. Could it be possible these days to get any politician for a post like that because of the hate in this country just by political ticket? Anyway, and Mike Lee is another one, a senator, is he a congressman or senator? Senator Mike Lee. He's on Fox all the time. Very smart guy. And what's his? Nevada? Was he Nevada?
American lawyer, politician serving in the senior United States senator from Utah.
I was thinking Nevada. Yeah, Utah. And very brilliant guy and very well respected. But again, they're only saying, he may have 3 seats to change. Holy cow.
Well, if he's going to do it, he needs to do one at least before November.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to think. They all say every off-year election, every president in the party loses in an off-year election. There's only been one. I think Jimmy Carter, ironically, was the only case in the last 50 years where they didn't overturn his party. I bet it's unbelievable because it was Democrat Party. But anyway, I don't know. So we'll see. Got 510 already. Number 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Speaking of judges, you know what? I started hearing some ads. I heard an ad today by a girl running for the Georgia Supreme Court. In fact, she may already be on the court. I don't know. That's how much I know about it. I could not name you our Georgia Supreme Court justices, although one of them, in fact, Flounder, can you get the names of our Georgia Supreme Court justices? Because one of them, he may be long gone. One of them tried to sue me and dragged me into a court on a legal case when I was working here in the 70s. And my news director, Aubrey Morris, back in the 70s, called him and said, "Oh, no, you don't. No, you're not getting my news guy involved in this political stuff." And he was a former state representative and elected to the court, very famous guy, and I can't remember his name. And if I say it, you'll know. Long-timers will remember it. And so we get a list of the justices. I'll look at it during the break here. That's all right, if we can get it.
From what was the year?
73 or 4, somewhere in there.
Let's see. Nels S. Peterson?
No.
Let's see. Sarah Hawkins Warren?
No.
Charlie Bethel?
No.
I'll have to.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. Oh, God, I'm killing myself. They're a very famous guy, very well-known guy. And Aubrey Morris went nuts trying to keep me out of it because he was going to subpoena me for something. And they said, "No, we don't want this freedom of the press crap going on here." And I didn't have to do it. I would have been happy. I loved to. In fact, one time I got subpoenaed in a divorce case, and I said, "I can't wait. I can't wait to testify that this woman's husband's a scumbag and a dirty, rotten, thieving, stealing cheat." I mean, and then he said, "Oh, never mind. And took away the subpoena. There we go. All right, look out. Well, coming up, we're going to have more on the on influencers trying to make a living, and one guy who got his comeuppance for it. Also, Katy Perry is actually being investigated for a sexual assault claim against her. And Anna Kendrick has kind of relayed something years ago, kind of implied that the same thing happened to her by Katy Perry.
And we got Rick the Painter when we come back.
Hey, we got that. We got sports. We got you on 106.3. Look out. It's hump day. How you doing? Here we go. Hot and sunny. Beautiful.
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Well, we keep hearing reports about break-ins and stuff, and Mark was reminding us up at Atlanta Safe House in Alpharetta, you know, the new location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, celebrating the move down there because he's getting more and more people are coming by and say, yeah, we just got robbed or we lost something from, I mean, it's happening and it's real, and especially if you're going on vacation or, going away for a while or, whatever you need a safe. Here's the time now, Atlanta Safe House in Alpharetta, Union Hill Road, and they've got like 500 of them up there right now. In fact, the Brownings and Fort Knox safes, they have more than anybody in this part of the country. A lot of other brands, too. I mean, they got the top brands, and that means one thing for you. It means you're going to save money because there are deals and specials and rebates of all kinds for all different stuff. And big safes and little safes, they can build you a vault door. And by the way, when I sold my palace in Brookhaven, for the thing there, anyway, I had one of my safes from Atlanta Safe House. I left bolted to the floor as part of a selling point. And believe me, that makes a difference. People say, oh, it comes with a built-in safe already locked to the floor in the basement. Anyway, and by the way, if you have a safe and you want to change the reset code, they can do that for you too. They can rent you a safe. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Check them out. They can help you protecting your stuff and your rights. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we've forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bankshares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bankshares, member FDIC.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
If you're looking for strength, capability, and reliability, it starts with Ford. And it starts at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs.
From the legendary F-150 to the adventure-ready Bronco to the versatile Explorer, Ford builds vehicles designed to handle real life.
And at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, you'll find a great selection in stock, competitive pricing, and a buying process that's fast, fair, and straightforward.
No pressure, no confusion, just a transparent experience focused on helping you find the right vehicle.
You can even get started from home. Shop online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, complete paperwork before you ever step into the showroom.
Or come in and work with a team that respects your time and gets you on the road quickly. That's how buying a Ford should feel.
Get started at JimEllisFordSandySprings.com or stop by the Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs showroom, conveniently located at 7555 Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of I-285.
Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, where you can always expect the best.
When I first started using a CPAP, getting supplies and equipment was a horrible hassle. It pretty much stayed that way until I discovered CPAPs, etc.com. Same-day shipping on anything you might need, including travel CPAPs, hoses, masks, you name it. Same-day shipping. CPAPsETC.com or visit their store in Alpharetta. So easy, and you could be preserving your health and saving your life.
Hear that? That's the sound of the annual Duck Pluck event supporting Special Olympics Georgia. For just $10, you can adopt a rubber duck or grab a whole flock. Every dollar helps provide meals and housing for over 18,000 Special Olympics Georgia athletes. And if your duck is plucked, you can win some great prizes. Adopt your duck now at duckrace.com/Atlanta.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage the big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Here we go. On this day, 1992, Leona Helmsley, who once was famous for saying only the little people pay taxes, well, she started serving a 4-year prison term for not paying her taxes. Hey, hold on. We got sports coming up. But first, phone calls take priority. Rick the Painter. Rick the Painter, you on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up?
Hey, Cameron. Hey, brother. Hey, you was talking earlier about the laser robot they should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. To detect lying or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there actually is one. The guy, it's on the internet. This guy had a son, his father.
Yeah.
Well, he was a dad, and he had his family. He bought this lie detecting robot for his son. He thought his son was lying to him.
Yeah.
So he bought this laser robot.
Yeah.
And if you're lying,
yeah,
it'll zap you in the head.
Oh my!
And,
Exactly. Yeah.
So he did, and he brought it home and sat it on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
And him and the wife, and they were sitting there having dinner. And he said, "Well, Johnny, what did you do today?" He said, "What'd you do at your friend's house today?" And he says, "Well, we did the homework, Dad." And the robot zapped him right in the head. And Dad says, "Well, Johnny, now tell me what you really did." He said, "Okay, Dad, we watched porn."
Oh, boy.
And everything was good. And his dad goes, "Porn? When I was your age, I didn't even know what porn was." And it zapped him in the head.
The zap got him, huh? Zapped him in the head. Oh,
it got him worse.
Yeah.
So be careful if you buy one. It got worse. So the mom says, "Okay, well, that sure is your son," and zap her in the head.
He sure is your son, but they zapped her because she was not the son of the woman of the boy of this child. Oh, I get it. Oh, so I was wondering because I was going to add that part if he didn't because that's they clearly the thing on the thing there reminds me of how Pope Leo has now shared an AI picture of himself depicting himself as Donald Trump. It's kind of a theme. Babylon B has got that little thing there for us. Anyway, we'll do it. We got a little sports thing here for you. Hey, in fact, this is a very famous day, actually, in athletics of all kinds. This day, 1997, the 50th anniversary of his first Major League Baseball game. The Major League Baseball retires Jackie Robinson's number 42. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in 1947, major moment in the history of racial integration in America. The only player in MLB history to have his number retired across every team, a sign of the reverence with which he is regarded decades after he led the charge to integrate the major leagues. The ceremony, 1997, attended by Robinson's widow and President Clinton. Commissioner Bud Selig said number 42 belongs to Jackie Robinson for the ages. Players who were wearing it at the time could continue doing it, like Yankees Hall of Fame closer pitcher Mariano Rivera, last player ever to wear number 42. His final game was in 2013. Wayne Gretzky, whose domination of the National Hockey League earned him the nickname the Great One, is the only other player to have his number retired across every team in a major American sports league. Today, Jackie Robinson and the number he wore remains synonymous with the struggle to end segregation in American sports. But boom. Let's see. By the way, another quick. What you got? Something over there?
No, nothing at all. Just
so there's I haven't seen this guy play. The Braves are back in town. They won last night. I didn't see the end of the game, but the Braves, I guess, came back to win.
They were down 4-0, and then they